Hey guys, I just want to jump on here for a brief moment and talk about this clip I'm about to show you. There was a landlord who called the police on a tenant and claimed that she left her kids alone and her house was left unclean. So she was arrested for abandonment. But come to find out that neither one was true. So they dropped all the charges and she goes back to an apartment, and of course he clearly put her out. So thank God someone came to her rescue and found her somewhere to go during the pandemic and the winter. The reason I want to bring this up is because there are so many ways you can deal with landlords or tenants. You don't have to always want a tenant out over a simple argument. I know the pandemic is going on, people having problems, yada, 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 but it's just a lot going on, and I think that there's better ways to deal with petty arguments. So check out the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.
Arrested, accused of living in a filthy, abandoned apartment with her 7 children. But suddenly, all the charges against her were dropped. CBS 2's Jermont Terry has an exclusive look at what she says was really going on behind closed doors.
As everyone else celebrated the new year of 2021, Jessie Hunt wasn't finding anything to cheer about.
I was in jail.
Locked up, accused of neglecting her 7 children.
They said my children were left alone, unattended.
Were they left alone?
No.
Home was East Garfield Park, the first floor unit of this West Side duplex. It's a place Jessie and their children lived from last August until police were called on January 1st. She tells me her children's father had worked out an agreement with the landlord to stay through February.
There was gas and lights because it was in my name, and so we was paying him rent for being there.
But she says a disagreement quickly undid that verbal deal.
He wanted us out of the building, and we wasn't agreeing on leaving due to his circumstances. So he made a call, I guess, and said that it was some squatters in the building, and so the police was called.
The 911 call was placed when it was clear Jessie was not home. At the time, Chicago police said the apartment was filthy and there was no working plumbing. A starkly different story from that one told by these pictures obtained by CBS 2 showing gifts under a Christmas tree inside the same apartment exactly 1 week before. And then there's this.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose.
Home video of happy children whose identities we've concealed shows them opening gifts Christmas Day. Keep in mind, we're talking just 7 days before the call of squalor conditions was made to CPD.
So you were not living in a situation where your children were without, or were they without?
No.
Once police found the children, the Department of Children and Family Services opened an investigation.
As of today, that case is what?
Dismissed.
DCFS will check up on the family for another 9 months, but Jessie admits there are scars left from what she and her children endured.
What mother want to hear people saying bad things about her when don't nobody know my situation or my struggle? Don't nobody know what I go through raising 7 kids by myself with a health condition. I got heart failure. I have a 2-year-old who has a bad kidney as well, and so I have my days.
Jessie knows some may question a woman being 32 and already having 7 children.
No, I'm not the same with my 7 kids.
But she remains determined to keep them all under the same roof. A roof she now has.
The pastor, with his good gracious, has blessed us with a 5-bedroom house.
The gracious pastor she's talking about is Donovan Price. The man, when first hearing about Jessie's story, told us then,
some people just need a hand up.
2 months later, Price was able to get Jessie and her children a house rent and utilities free for 1 year. The spirit of Chicago giving her the foundation she needs to rebuild.
I believe that God's involvement allowed me to move. And so I simply moved as a result of what I know God to be doing all the time.
Without this home, do you think the 7 children would still be with Jess?
It definitely helps civically, and that's a great thing.
My hope is to just get my kids back to the regular life that they used to have.
And with the courts dropping the misdemeanor charges against Jessie, she can now focus on finding a job and, more importantly, having some stability for her children moving forward. Many people have helped Pastor Donovan get the house and new furniture, which includes individual beds. And if that sounds simplistic, keep this in mind. Those children never had individual beds before this. Reporting live, I'm Jermont Terry, CBS 2 News.